God was never a part of my life at all. My parents didn't grow up in religious households, and they never really brought up God at all, and I never questioned it. And then last year, my junior year of high school, my cousin, who is 36 now, he just said that my whole life growing up, I've just had this awesome spirituality about me, and he just said that God's been knocking on my door my whole life, but that was just kind of appalling to me because I just never questioned God. I didn't really understand. I hadn't even heard God that much. And a couple months after he told me that, I met Nathan. He's grown up in a religious household his whole life, and that was also just kind of weird, and I didn't really know how to take that. My senior year, I went to church with one of my friends that I just reached out to at school, and I wasn't familiar with going to church, but I just had this calling that it would just be a really good experience. And when I was there, we were worshiping, and it was all teenagers, and I just felt God's presence truly in the room and within me, and it's just a feeling I could never explain again, but I wish I could have every day. And it was just one of the best things that I did, and one of the moments that really made me feel like God was just calling me. And so a month after that, I was in my room just writing in my prayer journal, and I decided I'm actually going to accept God as my Lord and Savior, and just really dive into this relationship and not turn back with it. And at that point, my prayers started meaning a lot more to me, and I felt like I wasn't just writing on paper anymore, but I was just really, my heart and soul was into everything that I was saying. I started going to Alpha through Andrea Preby. Everyone's so genuine and welcoming, and whether you've known God your whole life or you're like me and you're just kind of questioning and just trying to dive into those curiosities and everything else, it was just a really cool experience, and I think it was awesome just to have such an open atmosphere and just be able to ask all the questions I had. I still struggle with questions and with doubting him sometimes, and it just stresses me out when my prayers aren't answered immediately, and I feel like that's just a fault that I'm still learning through God, that he's still there, even when I think he's not. And so my story has just taught me that God is always faithful, and that his presence is always there, no matter if you're looking or not. God has just taught me that he's there to listen to everything. He's taught me that there's no stupid questions, and timing is everything.